Hey guys, this is part 2 of the mid-April 2015 reading for Gemini. Anyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Gemini. This is part 2. I was comparing these two cards, okay? And this is the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, okay? And the Five of Cups this is where it starts to become hot, what I call hot and cold, good, bad, good, bad. That's to me the final four cards. So we have this yes card, we have this no card, and then we have another yes card, which is the Three of Cups, and then this is the final is the no card. So that's where I'm getting that hot cold vibe from, really at the end of April. So the Five of Cups is what I was saying is that it's about waiting. It's about waiting for your ship to come in. It's about a girl. Typically it's a girl, but it can be, the more applicable to a person. It could be guy or girl who's just feeling really overwhelmed, feeling sad, feeling lonely, feeling negative emotions, feeling like, when am I going to be in a romance? When am I going to have romance in my life? When am I going to find Mr. Right? When am I going to be happy? It's interesting because it feels like predominantly in April you have some very strong positive things going on, but I think this Tower card is kind of like the monkey wrench, getting thrown into it. Things were good, but now for whatever reason, universe is sending you a challenge. The challenge is the Tower, and it is the hardest lesson to learn. It is the hardest thing when things are going really good, and then boom, suddenly comes in and conflict happens, or you're not expecting that, to rain frogs, that kind of thing. And so, it doesn't have to be as drastic as as maybe other psychics or other people make it, but it is a big deal. And so it feels just very like there's a wrench thrown into your life, or people around you, some things happening, and it changes the dynamic or the vibe for the last part of April, where instead of it being everything good and then it's not, it starts to become good, bad, more kind of a roller coaster, okay? So, the negativity that's the universe is sending you towards the end of April, I feel like it's causing you some grief. It's causing you some sadness. It's causing you to feel overwhelmed, but you have a lot of circle energy here. You've got this circle energy here. You've got this circle energy around your head here. You've got this circle energy with the friends, and the social situation. And then you have this circle energy here. So really, Gemini, it feels like your head is going to be spinning at the end of April. And if it's not spinning already, okay? It's just one of those things. The way to overcome the Five of Cups is to stop waiting for things to come to you. It's to go to it, okay? Become more like on the offense part of the team, okay? And Geminis are more receptive. They're more, they're not necessarily the go-getters of the zodiac. I wouldn't say they're the go-getters, okay? I would say that they're, people that are, I would say they're more passive. They could be passive-aggressive, but they're more passive, okay? They're not the first ones to jump into a fight, I don't feel. It's just not, it just doesn't feel like Gemini to me, okay? That's just me. So, it feels like, so my message here is to go out in the world and find or make or create what you want, okay? And it's funny, if you do that, you got this Empress card. If you can change the energy, if you go out there, literally, she is all about creative energy. She's all about creating things because she's made this amazing design in the sky with these butterflies. She, to me, is the artist. She, to me, is the person that, and this is power to achieve your heart's desire. She's the person that creates things with her hands. She makes things out of nothing. Now, this could be writing, this could be drawing, doesn't have to be creating in the sense that, like, you know, you have to be a sculpture, you know, person, artist. I'm not saying that. You know, when I was in art school, you know, I took all different kinds of classes, materials, techniques, you know, the full gamut. So whatever creativity means to you, it doesn't have to be a Picasso, you know, it doesn't have to be any of that. It just can be making something, you know, turning things around. It's that creative solution even to a problem that you've been having. Think creatively at the end of April, because it will serve you well, I feel. Now, in the position of attitude is you want to have more fun. And to me, Geminis always like to have fun. They always like to go out. They always like to be social. Not, I wouldn't say always, but from everyone that I know, they're very social. They are the butterfly, and butterflies like to be social. They like to talk. They like to get out there, like to have friends. Some Geminis can be very shy, but typically they do have friends, and they do like to be social. So the universe is saying be social. You have this... and you want to be social. You have this very social, you know, maybe networking card that's saying, you know, don't be all work. Don't focus all on work. You know, go out, have fun. So this is where it's kind of tricky, because the outcome being the Ten of Swords is you feeling very tired and very drained. And having a lot of problems, needing to ride things out until it's like, you know, if you were riding a wave in the ocean, you're a surfer. The wave goes, you know, onto the beach and then stops, basically. So you get to the beach and there would be no more water, right? So that's kind of what you need to do end of April, early May. I do recommend a private reading for you, because this card typically represents a hole or a tear in your aura, which is not good, because then you're leaking energy. It's almost like, it feels like you're going to be putting too much focus into work, potentially. It can also be focused onto a person. There's a lot of characters here. There's this sun guy who I typically say has a lot of positive energy and can seem really, really cool. But a lot of times he has, either he is bipolar or he has the crash at the end of the day. So it's like the person that he'd go out and be the life of the party and then come home and totally crash. Or it's the guy that you get too close to him and you get burned, because he's the sun. When you stay outside in the sun too long, you get burned, because it's difficult for him to have maybe that kind of close intimacy of a relationship. Now, again, the sun card to me is also pure joy, pure victory, pure riding off in the sunset, positive things. But when it's a person, usually it's a person who has that brightness to them. And they also can have a shadow self. We all have shadow selves. So it's that other side. They're not perfect, but nobody is. So I'm not coming down on this person here. But I think what I was trying to say is you've got the sun character, and we've got the Queen of Wands, and you've got this fire. You've got just a lot of fire energy. And, you know, it feels like you may just be spinning too much. You maybe have spun your wheels too far. And at the end of April, either you're terrified of getting hurt. You've taken some of you have jumped off the cliff. So some of you have taken some kind of risk. And I would avoid any financial risk right now. I would avoid. You know, any kind of, I'm getting like any kind of big investment type deal, contract deals, be very careful of. Because for you to have this outcome, at the end of April and you have to have all this, you have all this money, like right now, it's like you have all this money and you have the tower crossing you, doesn't really bode well for the future when it comes to what I call the fiscal cliff, okay? So it's a risk. It's risky. Don't gamble anything that you can't afford to lose, and I would not put all your eggs in one basket by any means. If those of you who are, in anything with real estate, be very, very cautious about what you buy and what you sell. Prices may be very volatile. I'm just getting like things may be very volatile. You may get out by the skin of your teeth, but barely. And this is also the haters and the bitches, okay? This is also feeling like other people, you're unsupported. So you have all this positive energy going on mid-April, but the outcome is you feeling unsupported and unloved in some way, for some of you. To me, this is all about feeling like when am I going to meet someone? So the two cards can the Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords go hand in hand. This is a lonely person. This is someone who doesn't have a lot of people in their life. And this is somebody who's feeling very unloved and unsupported. And so that's why the universe, for those of you who are not in a relationship, okay, that's why the universe is saying you need to be social. You need to have more friends. You need to go out more. And I tell people, there's some people that don't really want to get off the couch, but you have to, and even friendships, you have to network more. To me, this is networking more. Those of you who are in business, network more. That would be positive. So because I don't want to leave off on this Ten of Swords card, I am going to pull a final card. So I don't like leaving off on a negative note, but I feel like predominantly, so you got the Five of Pentacles as the final card, okay? And because it is still negative, I am gonna sort of say that I feel like some of you with this Tower here are getting a divorce or breaking up, or there's something going on with the relationship, because to me this is the result of this, okay? It's the result. To me, this is the Miss Lonely Hearts card, the breakup card. It doesn't also have to be. To me, these two cards are very similar. This card is about the girl who's waiting on her ship to come in. Now, it could be just waiting on a check in the mail, okay? But a lot of times it's waiting on her Mr. Right. When is the universe going to send her love? And then the Five of Pentacles is the Miss Lonely Hearts card, where she is just like, at night, she's very lonely. She doesn't feel like anybody's there for her. And so she goes home after waiting on the beach all day, okay? And just sits, cries in bed, cries herself to sleep. And she doesn't realize that love is there for her, whether that's family, whether that's friends. She feels alone. And you need to realize, Gemini, you are not alone. There are people there for you, okay? So you need to look up. You need to be positive. You need to turn this cycle, what's happening, around. Because I feel like it's a little bit of a cycle where, and it's not right now. Like right now, I don't feel like you're in a cycle. I feel like you're going to be in a cycle. So that's why I'm saying, in the future, at the end of April into May, beginning of May, be more proactive about going out. Be more proactive about asking people. Ask people to go out. Ask people to hang out. Ask people to, get their phone number. Text them, If you meet somebody you like, get their phone number. Text them, Why not? If you do that, and if you also make some phone calls. Like if you have people that are in your phone, whether it's family, whether it's, maybe it's one friend, doesn't matter. Call them, talk to them, be social, okay? Reach out. Don't wait for them to call you, Everybody gets very, busy in their lives, and it is no excuse, but just reach out to people. Be the person that takes the initiative. Be proactive. Be the one that goes out there and gets them. You know what I'm saying? That's It's a little cheerleading for you, Gemini. Take a more proactive approach to your life rather than sitting on the bench. You want to be in the field with ball players. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. I'm not saying you want to be a player. But in this case, you kind of do, okay? And you can take that however you want, Gemini. And that's for guys and for girls as well. So, that's all for right now that I feel. This is, I'm glad that I was able to wrap up this video, and I will be back again for more, for sure. And I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.